Now that all the tool paths have been recalculated with the fill holes on, you can see that the tool path is no longer going into the holes. We're still having a warning with our 1mm cutter. So we can show optimization interference error, which will show us the areas where the cutter is interfering, so we can have a better idea what we need to change to get that tool to fit. I'm also going to check the distance in that area to understand how long of a tool we will need. So that is 10.5 millimeters. We'll need to find a tool that can reach into that area. Once we know what we are looking for, because of how long that is, we know we're going to need a long tool. This tool, the flute length is only 8 millimeters long, so it's not going to make it. For this one, we're going to go to our catalog and find something from one of our suppliers. As we scroll through here, we can see different variations of tools that we have available to us. This tool should do. Hit OK, and we will now recalculate the tool path to see if that tool works. Now that we've found a tool that comes back with no warning for our 1mm, we can move on to finishing the semi-finished programs. The first thing I'm going to do for this job is I'm going to use the 6mm to finish the entire part. To do this, I'm going to copy and paste my tool, my holder, and my cutting conditions into my Z-level low angle finish program. I'm then going to grab a 3mm ball cutter for my remachine. I'm going to reference the previous tool radius, which will be a 3mm. I overlap a little bit, so I'm going to put in 3.5. We are now going to use a 6mm ball cutter to finish the entire part and then remachine with a 3mm ball. I'm also going to copy this one more time to add in our 1mm ball. We're going to grab our cutting parameters from this tool and then go to our catalog to grab the tool we know works. Again, we're going to change the radius of the last tool used to what would have been a 1.5. We'll put in a 1.8 millimeter radius, and we now should have our semiers ready to go. Select them all, hit play to calculate. Now that the semi programs have come back clear with no collisions, we can do the same thing for the finishing programs, and this part will be completed. Go to the tooling database, grab the 3mm ball cutter with the finishing parameters, change the previous tool to a 3.5, Okay. And we're going to copy our semi-finished program. Add finish to the front. Add to the last process. Change our stock to 0. Everything should be all set up. We're going to grab the finish parameters from our personal database, and then again, go grab the tool from the catalog. We can calculate these programs, and when they come back correct, this part will be complete. The tool paths have now come back good, collision checked with no interferences, so we now have a finished part. We can go down the list, have a quick look at our tool paths to make sure they look the way we want, and then we are ready to go to the machine. With rough, semi, and finish programs down to a 1 mil ball cutter.